everyone. Hello to all our viewers watching. My name is Lakshya Subodh and I am a class 12 student of Delhi Public School, Bangalore East.
This is Tanisha, also a student of Delhi Public School, Bangalore East.
To give you all a brief description about myself, I aspire to use data and computing media for a better future. I'm an advocate for the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, a COVID warrior, and the recipient of the prestigious Dyna Award and the Better India Award. Today, on behalf of Edu TV's channel, me along with my co-moderator Tanisha, we have this opportunity and the privilege to conduct this eminent session with Mr. Pramod Mahajan, who is the Director Principal for Sharjah Indian School. To give you all a brief introduction, Mr. Mahajan is very well experienced in the education sector, spanning over 3 decades of experience in the international schooling process with over 16 years of experience as a principal and as a vice principal. He has in his expertise in CBSE, ICSE, and the CIE schooling process. Sir, firstly, we both welcome you to our discussion today on hybrid learning, and it is a privilege to having a discussion with you here today on this platform.
Thank you very much. It will be my pleasure to discuss with the students, versatile students like you both. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. But before we jump into discussion, I would like to pass it on to my co-moderator, Tanisha.
Albert Einstein once said, education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. And who better to talk about training the mind than with someone with so much experience, with great names across the world. Sir, I hope we have a good discussion today and that we are able to learn a lot more and have a piece of your mind. So, Laksh, would you like to start with the introduction to hybrid learning?
Definitely. So, hybrid learning is a term which I think all of us have been hearing over the past say 1.5 years. So many things have been switched to online learning, from schooling companies to internships. Hybrid learning is the new way of learning in this present day and age, considering the pandemic and the COVID crisis. So, sir, the lockdown has completely changed the way we work, the way we live, and the way we play, and the way we go to school. So I would like to know, what are your opinions on the schools of the future, and what are the lessons we have learned during the COVID lockdown?
Yeah, very nice question. And throughout the globe, the discussions are going on this point. Let me first tell you, this pandemic is proof that the realistic world is something which has to be adopted. This pandemic has proved that nature has every right to correct the things if we are going wrong. This pandemic has proved that teachers have extraordinary abilities and they do bounce back during the tough time. This pandemic has proved that students in a normal situations even not utilizing the 10% of their capabilities. But if they are challenged, they can change the world. If they are challenged, they do wonders. This pandemic has proved that hi-fi schooling, air-conditioned classrooms, learning is far, far away from that. This pandemic has proved that parent can play a very vital role in spite of the parental bossing. This pandemic has proved that even the teachers can become a friend, a scaffolder, felicitator, irrespective of their academic bossing. This pandemic has proved that the books and the resources are only our helpers. We are the masters. We can do research here and there. We can do a lot of projects. And this pandemic has given a path that yes, lifelong learner is all right, but you have to be an independent learner. And if you become independent learner, even the sky is not the limit for you. Sky is just beginning for you. This pandemic has proved that the traditional way of teaching provides the fundamental platform for the teaching learning process. And on that fundamental platform, you can jump very high. You can jump with your all sort of technological aspect, all sort of various techniques and tactics, various plans, various strategies. But yes, the fundamental platform is must, and that is important. This pandemic has proved that no one can replace the teacher, whatever be the technology is. And this pandemic has proved that no one even can stop the students. If they think they have to do something beyond, they will do beyond. This pandemic proved that nothing is out of the box. But students nowadays are throwing the box out and doing something great. So that is my input on pandemic. So pandemic is a boon. Pandemic is a boon from every point of view. They proved that you have to be close with the nature. They proved that you have to honor your own intellectual. They proved that you have to interrogate every day yourself and go ahead. Come to the hybridized learning. See, hybridized learning is a tool, is a way, is a technique, is a process, and is a fundamental concept for a student to challenge himself or herself, for a teacher to go beyond, for a curriculum and syllabi to adopt the pedagogical aspects. Hybridized curriculum or hybrid learning is not limited. It is not within the school only. It is not within the classroom only. It is the way of living the life. You can live the life with the hybrid techniques, not only the learning process. The hybridized model is actually in true sense hybridized, and you can customize it as per your need, requirement, pace, speed, taste, and everything. The hybridized model of learning is that model which adopts your or which includes your those six aspects: what you want to learn, when you want to learn, where you want to learn, what sort of learning makes you happy, and how you want to learn. So these are the ways. Hybridized learning doesn't mean that 2 days you are online and 2 days you are offline. Sometimes you are doing project and stuff. It is not limited to that only. And the world is mistaking the concept of hybridized model. Hybridized model is your thought process. You think something, share with your friends, discuss with your friends, take their views, have a dialogue, have a debate, have a hot discussion, go beyond that, challenge yourself, again do the research, commit the blunders, find out the root cause, replan it, revise it, and reinvent it. For the reinvention, that which is authentic, which is original, which is yours, what weapon is given? Hybridized learning model. So hybridized learning model, we should not see the micro aspect. We should see the macro aspect of hybridized learning model. I do remember from Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, he started the hybridized model. He used to say, don't teach the student the way you are taught. What does it mean? It means the same thing. Teach the students the way they want, what they want, how they want, where they want, in what way they want. So hybridized model is started from there. But I have guts to say that thing. But because of the academic bossing of we as a teacher, as a edu leader, we don't think about that. And we were depending on only this policy will come, that education model will come. And then we used to find out our own comforts to adopt the ways of teaching. But this pandemic has proved that your comfort is nothing. The comfort of students, the comfort of learning process, the comfort of reaching to the student is something which is hybridized. So that these are my prima facie inputs on hybridized model.
We've seen in science also nothing positives come without the negatives. So of course, same goes with all the negatives. Even though negativity is surrounding us at this time, it brings about a lot of positive with itself too. To conclude the session, I would like to read a small poem. And once, like this year itself, I've written a poem for the teachers. And thank you for giving your time to us, sir. Thank you, Pranav, sir. And this is my small token to you. Dear teacher, I hope you know. I knew to walk, but path you show. You taught me to know. Wisdom, not beauty, what makes me glow. Dear teacher, I hope you know my being but to you I owe. I do now know I am just a cloth you hold and sew. Thank you so much.
Great, great, great.
Very good, Tanisha.
Just great. What a thought process. The words coming from the heart.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Lakshmi,
you so much, Dr. Mahajan. Thank you so
My
much.
pleasure, my pleasure always, sir, with such type of
Your
platform.
time, that too from UAE. Thank you so much, Laksh. Thank you so much, Tanisha.
Thank you for the
I'm
opportunity.
really enjoying it, all these programs, the students and senior people. I think now the baton has to be passed to them, sir, I suppose, isn't it?
Yes,
So I
yes.
think it's very important to know each other, know the insight, and we'll come again with the next program, and we'll surely invite some good corporate guys also out there, so that can help us more. Thank you so much.
Thank
Namaste.
you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for
Thank
giving
you.
us your time and
Thank you
this
much.
opportunity. Thank you
Thank
so
Thank you
much.
for the time and opportunity, sir. Thank you.